Live from the French Quarter, this is Eyewitness Morning News.
All right, thanks very much. This Saturday, New Orleanians will head to the polls to vote for the city's next mayor.
One community organization wants to hold elected officials accountable for improving the city and has asked the candidates to sign a pledge.
There are 11 proposals that they're trying to get candidates to sign, and here with more on the Forward New Orleans platform. Would you call it a platform?
Sure.
It's Greg Rusevich. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about what does it mean if a candidate signs, and does it say something if he or she does not?
Well, first, when they sign, we take that pledge very seriously, and we will certainly, the community will certainly hold them very accountable for keeping their promise to the citizenry. So that's number one. So we're delighted that we had the amount of buy-in that we did, because it shows that we're all in this together and want the same things. But now the key is holding them accountable to keep their promise, and we'll do that very tenaciously. The next thing, for those who didn't, it's disappointing, but we respect their opinions, but there are issues such as continuing the charter movement in public education. There are issues such as civil service reform, which we certainly need to make this a performance culture in our city workforce. And
economic reforms?
And economic reforms are absolutely crucial. I mean, now we've got NOLA Business Alliance that's operating, which is a great step in the first step. We also have to have international flights, which are absolutely critical. There was a team in London last week trying to secure a direct flight from London to New Orleans, which is crucial. So we've got a lot of economic development that's still left to do, but we at least have a foundation in place.
Now, how did you develop these recommendations or these positions that you want the candidates to sign on to?
Right. Well, it started in 2010, and we came together, a whole host, 25 community organizations, from Urban League to Business Council to Young Leadership Council to Black Chamber, and we really got together, Citizens for One, many others, got together, got on a big board and said, what are the critical issues facing this community? We started with 7 back in 2010, and then under each one of those critical issues, things such as crime, where we need more manpower, public education, the charter movement, city finance, where we need pension reform. We drew all these issues up on the board and said, these are the most critical issues, and then underneath each one of those, we said, these are 4 must-do items that we need the political leaders to commit to.
And this is not an endorsement of any candidate, nor condemning a candidate for not signing.
Absolutely. It's just issue focused. It's just saying these are the issues, and this is what we need to do on each one of these issues. Do you agree or don't you agree? And if you agree, we're with you. If you don't, we're just going to report it to the public. And furthermore, if you agree and don't keep your promise, that's even worse, because we'll certainly report on that.
You said you've been doing this since 2010. What have been the results?
I think very powerful. If you look at where we were in 2010 and look at where we are now on a whole host of these issues, we've made dramatic progress on many of them. And I think it demonstrates from the community side that we've undergone a real renaissance, a real rebirth, but there's still a lot left to be done. So there's a nice momentum in the air right now. There's progress, but a lot left to be done. And if you look at our platform, you'll see, if you go to our website at Forward New Orleans, you can see the amount of action that's been done on many of these issues. I can run through them one by one.
We can't have time for that, but
right.
give us your website where people can go and look and see who signed, who hasn't signed, what the positions are, things like that.
ForwardNewOrleans.com.
ForwardNewOrleans.com.
ForwardNewOrleans.com, of
Greg
course.
Rusevich, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks. So, Sewage and Water Board, we're seeking nominations for Sewage and Water Board from the public. We'd love the citizenry to come back. Sewage and Water Board, there's a chance to help our water system from the citizenry. Nominations are coming in. We need Sewage and Water Board nominations from the citizenry. If you have the expertise to serve on the Sewage and Water Board, now's the time to put in your
And that's
name.
also on ForwardNewOrleans.com.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, tonight you're going to have a chance to hear from the 3 candidates who are running for mayor in this last televised debate. Join us for our Campaign 2014 special right after an abbreviated edition of the Eyewitness News at 6.